Hey YouTube, Shark here with what I think is round two of what might be a series on weapon shield gun oil. Got this stuff in yesterday, ordered it off of Amazon, had heard about it for years, figured I'd try it. Um, Stuck it in my daily carry PPS, which typically pulls at 5.6, 5.8 pounds, and all of a sudden it was pulling at around 3 pounds. Unfortunately, I did not shoot any video of the trigger pull before I applied this weapon shield. So I shot a video about it, but it's sort of my word against, the data. Not really the best way of doing it. So to see if we can get repeatability, I've got a Beretta Nano here that has been pretty extensively worked. For those of you unfamiliar with the Nano, out of the box, they have a trigger that's not real hot. They typically pull 7, 8 pounds, sometimes a little heavier. Notorious for having a very long double action trigger. For folks that are used to double action, single action pistols and revolvers, those folks might not have as big of a deal with it because sometimes that's okay in a subcompact pocket revolver. Some people like the longer throw. If you're used to a strike fighter pistol, a lot of folks are nitpicking the gun on it. This one, with extensive polishing on the inside, I've been able to lighten that up to under 5 pounds, and it's a really nice smooth trigger pull all the way through to the break. I'd say it's a nice trigger, but it took a lot of work to get there. It is a US built Beretta. If you do go looking, you can find machine marks and that sort of thing. The tolerances on a lot of the parts, they hide a lot of it with the nitriding because of course it leaves the black oxide finish, which covers a lot of sins. If you get to polishing, you can see this extractor's kind of got a wallow in the middle of it. I don't know if it'll show up there, but you get the oxide off and you can see that the parts, the tolerances are, leave a little bit to be desired. But with a bunch of polishing, this gun pulls typically under 5 pounds. The folks at Weapon Shield say that if you do have a work pistol, you can expect to see results. They talk about, getting a pound out of it. Do I think we're going to be able to get any better than we have in here right now? I don't know. I've really tweaked this thing to what I think is as good as it's going to get. So this is going to be interesting. So unlike yesterday, let's go ahead and take some pulls on this thing and see what we've got. 5 pounds, 9 ounces. Right in line with what I'm expecting. 5 pounds, 6. Once again, right in line. 4 pounds, 12. A little bit light, not bad. 6.3, a little bit on the heavy side. It can be a little bit all over the place. And we're seeing that, it's saying 5.14. So what do we got for an average on that one? 5.9. Okay, that's what it is today. So let's go ahead and take this thing apart. And gotta have a magic key to get this gun apart. Another problem with the Nano that a lot of people complain about. Let's put some of this magic oil in here. You do have good access inside the frame to apply this stuff, so I don't need to take the serialized frame out of the grip frame to make it happen. Basically, what I'm going to do is go down and just apply a few drips where we have metal on metal movement. A little bit on the trigger bar. And a little bit of this stuff goes a long way. There's an engagement down here on the trigger where it hits the frame. There's a trigger spring right there. And come over here and a little bit on the safety plunger, a little bit on top. Now I am going to put a little bit, I know you're not supposed to, but on the striker spring, but on this one, the striker spring actually goes inside the striker, so you're less likely to have bind up because of that. Will I take this apart later and clean it out? I will. But this is just sort of to see what we can get by adding some of this oil. So I can check. So let's see what we got. 3.5. 3.8. 2.13. 3.1. Do one more. 2.14. Average of 3 pounds 2 ounces. I call that successful. Didn't hardly use any of it. I'm impressed. Is it a night and day change? No. Does it feel lighter? Yeah. That's pretty cool. I mean, I'm going to go back in and mop up any of the excess oil that's floating around in there and spread a little bit around on the rails and that sort of thing. But I mean, it almost feels like it's getting lighter even now as it's working in. But that's pretty cool. So I'd say that's a success. I might even do it to another pistol and see if we can repeat it again. So stay tuned. Shark out.